Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Joran Beckman B. Paulo, and today we will tackle the lesson 14 of that being men and masculinities. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, for lesson objectives, it's understand fully men's studies and the construct of masculinity, know fully the themes of masculinity and its relationship between well being, fathering, domestic roles, and the drug and alcohol use. And lastly is comprehend hegemonic protests and caring masculinities. So for introduction, this talks about how people started studying about manhood and masculinity way back in 1970s. During that time, researchers began looking into different roles of men, like men in the workplace, in families, and even topics about violent behaviors among men. By the 20th century, this kind of studies became really common because people wanted to understand more about what it means to be a man in society. So the research focused on many different areas, for example, man violence, fatherhood, even pornography and crimes, and even this female masculinity and male femininity. What's interesting is that these studies grew even more though men were already seen as a dominant group when it comes to political and economic power. The text also mentions that men make up the majority of people in high positions like corporate executives, professionals, and government officials. In fact, it says that in 1996, about 93% of cabinet level posts worldwide were held by men. So even if men are in powerful positions, researchers still wanted to study masculinity to understand the pressures, expectations, and behaviors that comes with it. Let's tackle the next topic, that being men's right lobby. In this topic, it talks about a movement that focuses on the issue men face in society. One of the main people behind this movement is Warren Farrell, who wrote the book The Myth of the Male Power: Why Are Men the Disposable Sex in 1994. According to Farrell, men have now become what he calls gender victims. He believes that feminism has gone too far, that men are given more responsibilities but fewer rights, especially in things like marriage, divorce, child custody, and access to their kids. People who support those in this lobby think that modern laws are too focused on protecting women. So they think that laws in this modern era is more on the woman's side than in the male, which sometimes lead to discrimination against men. They feel like men are losing on some of their rights and are more under pressure in today's society. But on the other hand, some researchers say that these pro-male movements are just a reaction to feminism, basically blaming and feminists for the problems men face. So the men rights lobby shows how gender issues don't just affect women, but also men, especially as society and gender roles continue to change. And that is all for the topic that is in my handle. Let's move on to the next presenter.
Okay, so good day everyone. Today I will be talking about the usa sa themes sa masculinity themes. So at first, unsa na ang masculinity themes? So masculinity themes kay is a cultural historical construct dependent or related to other factors such as class, ethnicity, sexuality, age, or disability. Researches on men's studies and masculinity establish common themes which strengthen and develop this involving concept. So, ang kanindang masculinity kay usa ni sa kanang social, cultural, o historical idea nga nag-change depende sa class, age, o kanang sexuality, o kanang cultural, or culture. It means nga walay kanang single nga way para ma-define kung unsa jud ang kanang masculinity. Okay, so moving forward, mag-discuss na ta sa usa ka theme sa masculinity which is ang multiple masculinity. So unta dinhi ang multiple masculinity. So akong basahan diri. Accordingly, there is no more pattern of masculinity that is found everywhere. Different cultures and different periods of history can construct masculinity differently. Some cultures make heroes of soldiers and disregards violence as the ultimate task of masculinity. Other cultures look at the soldiering with disdain and regard violence as compatible. So, ang meaning ana kay nadyo ka ng ang meaning ana kay naay ka ng lailain nga pagtan-aw sa masculinity. Lailain nga culture, lailain sa nilang pagtan-aw sa masculinity. Ang uban gitan-aw nila ang masculinity as kanang mga soldiers o kanang ang kaisog kay model lang sa masculinity. Pero sa others, ang ilang ginahuna or ilang pagtuo nga ang masculinity kay peace, respect ug kanang show sa real manhood. Nga sa urban pod cultures ang kanang homosexuality kay ilan na gitan-aw as kanang unmasculine. Pero sa other countries ilan pagtuo nga being a real man daw wala na nagdepende sa sexual orientation. Even sa usa ka society nay kanang different nga masculinity. For example, the way ang working class man, the way niya matanaw sa masculinity kay different or dili siya same sa kung unsa ang pagtanaw sa rich man ana. So, anang in short, ang masculinity kay daghan og form nga and dili ra siya limited sa usa ka meaning because because every culture and kanang every mga class kay gitanaw na siya as gitanaw na siya or give you na siya as differently.